Dribbling is one of the most important and exciting skills of the game. It's right up there with crossing, diving headers, shots on goal and great fingertip saves. Everyone, including the goalkeeper, should be comfortable with the ball at their feet, even when an opponent is trying to take the ball away from you. And while there are hundreds of different dribbling tricks and ploys, there are only 6 key factors in dribbling. One or more of these 6 principles of dribbling will be employed in every successful dribble. Number 1. Speed of the dribble. 2. Change of pace. Number 3. Change of direction. And 4. Faking. Number 5. Ball manipulation. And finally 6. Screening. Principle number 1. Speed. Speed will always be a factor. A player who is lightning fast and has good ball control would not need to do too many tricks if there was space behind the defender. Have a look at this here. Bursts away from the defender with the space available to him. Here again. But most times dribbling players should engage the defender before pushing the ball into the space behind and then sprinting after the ball. There he goes, got him close, and he bursts into that space. If an attacker tries to push and run while still some distance from an opponent, an alert defender will be able to turn and move to the ball. The consideration of committing the defender prior to moving past an opponent is of critical importance in all aspects of dribbling. Principle number 2. Change of direction. Changing direction is another ploy that will unbalance or confuse defenders. Going inside then out gives that opportunity of getting past the player. So he's gone in and out, and by doing so has unbalanced the defender, but there are different ways of doing this. In and out, or maybe out and in. So as we see in the video, using the outside of the foot makes it more difficult for the defender to read and easier for the dribbler to play the ball into the space behind. So going out and then in, or in and then out, are the 2 easiest ways of changing direction, but there are other permutations. The dribbler tries to cause confusion and doubt in the minds of the defender. Changing directions helps accomplish this. Principle number 3. Change of pace. The change of pace, what some call hesitation moves, will force the defender to adjust their defensive positions. Have a look at it here. Quick hesitation, a burst forward does the trick. Slowing down before bursting past the defender will unbalance the defender. The dribbler makes the decision when to go fast, and this gives a split-second reaction advantage. Principle number 4. Faking. Faking and feinting are 2 very exciting ways of gaining an advantage for the dribbler. He feints to go inside, unbalances the defence, and then bursts away on the outside. The principle of deception is at the very heart of dribbling. Faking can be done with the body appearing to be going in one direction, but used to unbalance the opponent before executing the move in another direction. Let's have a look at it again. Inside and then on the way outside. Principle number 5. Manipulating the ball. Manipulating the ball with the feet is done to deceive the defender. There are several different ways of doing this. Normally the inside, the outside or the sole of the foot is used to unbalance the defender. See how he takes the inside with the sole of his foot and then bursts down the outside. Using the sole of the foot to drag the ball backwards, sideways or even forwards is a very skilled and effective way of misleading the opponent. The final principle, number 6, screening. The final principle is that of screening, which means putting the body between the ball and the opponent. This diminishes the opportunity of the defender making a tackle and therefore increases the chances of retaining possession. Screening is an essential skill for all players, including goalkeepers, who may have to retain the ball when under pressure. Just see how it's done. Care must be taken that the arms aren't used incorrectly. Look at it again. Using the hands too high makes it a foul. Screening is particularly important to the dribbling player to make it more difficult for the defender to tackle when the dribbler is going past the opponent. Turning with the ball. Right in there with dribbling is turning with the ball, either when marked or when unmarked. Turning with the ball is essentially an individual attempt to gain an advantage for the benefit of the team, but through the initiative of the individual player. There are two main methods of turning. One, using the inside of the foot. See how he receives the ball, takes the pace of it and goes in the opposite direction. The second method is using the outside of the foot. This is more skillful and more important, as we'll see when we bring the defender in. Turning when marked. Look how he uses the inside of the foot to turn and screen the ball away from the defender. In the second one though, he uses the outside of the foot. Notice in both video clips, as the player turns, the ball is kept on the outside of the body.